Good night. How you doing? Hope you had a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining. As you come, please hit that like button for me, please. Please hit that like button. As it as you come, guys, please hit the like button. Thank you so much for joining. Share them to the oh Jesus Christ. Super King Anthony. Welcome, Super King Anthony. Thank you so much for joining, taking the time out to join me on my platform. As you come, guys, please hit that like button. Hi, the greatest. How you doing? Oh Lord. Oh, lucky you get to see it. Lucky I wanted to see it, but boy, not on not our part, unfortunately. But I got some pic, and a friend of mine in Texas sent me some picture, even though it never really looks so clear like it was an eclipse. But anyway, I saw some on social media. So I'll work with the set that I saw on social media. So I hope you'll get some rest tonight. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I will definitely not be staying long tonight. I will not be staying long. That is one thing for sure. Now, people, yesterday in Jamaica was Carnival, and a whole heap of people turn out. People from overseas, they come to Jamaica to have a good time. People, you see, this morning on my way to work, mighty God of Daniel, uno no want see all New Kingston dirty. He dirty, dirty, dirty. And I was like, what? Same for them, say the people them not clean up the place. When you look, the people like then just take off something them, then just throw them on the street. You see, like the red kerchief, the feathers, and I'm like, oh my, the place was a total mess this morning when I was driving through New Kingston. And I was saying to myself, you see all them something here, I have my sun truck in my hand. I don't know why. I eat in my ear and make noise. Every night, I have to walk and pack up toys. So I have this one now in my hand. Let me put it down. I make noise with it. I was saying to myself, look, thank you very much, the greatest. Please like up the live, everyone. I was saying to myself this morning, look how the place messy. The place was a total disgrace. When I said total disgrace, I mean it was a total disgrace. And I remember some time ago, I think it was maybe about 2018 or 2017. I don't even remember. I would have to take up my passport to remember exactly when. I went overseas, and when I went, Miami, they had a function, and everything. And you see, maybe about a couple hours after, you could not even tell that they had something in the streets. It was just back to normal. The place was, and I was like, you see, they take the big difference with Jamaica and overseas. Because I can tell you, you see the promoters yesterday, the people them were put on that show, one bag of money they make, and then just left the street dirty. You drive in here, drive over rubbish. At one point, you see the people them literally put the garbage on some of the business place corridor fence. I'm like, no man, we Jamaicans will really need to do better. And the garbage collectors, the NSWMA, I'm like, come on, man. We never did have to make people who are going work this morning see it. The place was just totally disgusting. Simple put it like that. So I hope that next year they will do much better. But last year I think it was the same. But anyway, I don't even remember. But I just hope that next year they will do better. No, people, I will not be staying long. I will not be staying long tonight. And because I have work tomorrow. I remember, I think it was Saturday, I am someone I follow, Zazan, on Facebook. I saw where he posted something and he was saying that his neighbor house was on fire. And he was showing the blaze and so forth. Now, today, I decided that I was going to catch up this evening when I reached up to see what was going on. And when I looked, I realized that I looked at the videos. He was showing what happened after the fire Then he started to talk about how he want to help build it back and so forth. And he was asking people to donate, asking for help. And he was saying it is sad and people should come together and really help this gentleman, Gabby, in building back his house. It's a small structure. Lo and behold, when I look at another video, guess what I saw? Foundation, men at work, KFC, all a giveaway, pan site, and so forth, And when I was looking at it, imagine, this gentleman, he lost his house on Saturday, and today, Monday, foundation was being laid. When you see how the people then just come together and they were working to build back this man house, the good thing, it's a small structure, it's nothing big. So one room and one little bathroom in good to go. Please hit the like button, guys. Please hit the like button so in good to go. When I was there and I was sitting and I was listening to him and he was speaking, I was saying to myself, you see, sometime in our life, it is the same. It is the same thing. God will cause what we had to be destroyed so he can build back something better for us. Because when I looked at the blaze, I was like, what type of house that was? If you see, oh, it just a blaze up, it was like paper. It just a blaze, but it was a board structure, so that was the reason why it was blazing like that. But I was thinking to myself this evening that when in our life, sometimes it is the same thing. God caused what we have to be destroyed, sorry, to be destroyed so he can build back something for us. You see, the man they were on social media, we then call Zazan. A lot of us, we are not, we don't really agree with everything that he does from time to time, but he know how to reach people them, he know how to get result, and that is the good thing. But I was looking at the story and I was saying that God is doing the same thing in our life. He will destroy certain things, And you see, when time in cause that for destroy, is building something better for us. He's giving us a better structure than what we had before. Because when I look at what they are building for this person, I know that it will be far better than what he had. It will be much, much better. And I am so happy when I realize that good people still exist. People out there, when they see somebody has struggle, then will dig up, send the money, and so forth, knowing that that person is in need and that person will benefit from it. So I am happy that good people then still exist. People out there willing to help people here in Jamaica, in spite of how how people turn from time to time, because you have people here in Jamaica then use people, simple put it like that. So when you see people who come out, ask for assistance for these people who are in need, and when you see the result happening and happening so fast, you have to rejoice. You have to rejoice and say thanks be to God, because this gentleman, he lost his house on Saturday, and Monday, foundation. Maybe tomorrow, when we go back, go peep after work, may go see something reach up, black or something reach. Maybe by Wednesday, you see which part then reach window, or by Friday or so, it reach far. It all depends on how the money come. But when you look at it, you just have to say, thanks be to God. This gentleman was able to use his platform so this man can benefit from it. This man else, he can get a new one. And sometime in our life, we go through the struggles. You have some people, they will be in their good job, and all of a sudden, you hear say, oh, we are sorry. We have to make it redundant. We're not making enough money. And you might be sitting there crying over it and so forth, And lo and behold, maybe 3 months after, you get a better job. And I'm not joking. I know this lady, and the funny thing is, oh, I know the lady was because I met her at a interview some time ago. And this lady, when you hear she talk, She was working at a company here in Jamaica and they were made her redundant. When she left that company, she said she went into depression because she was like, at my age, where am I going to get a job? Nobody no want no late 40s woman almost in them early 50s to come work in a them company. So she said she was worried because she was wondering where she going to get a job if she just supposed to go and start a business. And I remember she said that she saw the job in the Gleaner and she applied for it, not knowing that they were going to call her. They called her for the interview. She went and she got the position. This lady now, she's saying when she looked at the job that she was being interviewed for, it is far better than the one that she had before. A better organization, better salary, and better benefits. And it is the same thing with this gentleman. The house that he had before, a board house, it never so wonderful it seemed, and he's going to get a better one. So you see, anytime you realize that you're going through your rough patch, anytime you realize that something strike in your life and you wonder why this happened, how am I going to recover from it? Why did this? Just understand that for God to create something better in your life, for him to build something much better than what you had before, he have to destroy what you had, that structure that you had before. So if it means destroying the house so you can get a better one, that is what is going to happen. Make you lose a job so you can get a better one, or start a business, or learn something from that entire experience, that is what is going to happen. Because I know that that gentleman, when he saw his house blazing, maybe he went into a state of depression. He was worried, wondering, where am I going to live? How may I go manage? And lo and behold, God was able to use his next door neighbor to bless him now, so he's going to get something. So you say, anytime you go through nothing, don't worry about it. And this is something when I always say, sometimes I think it annoy the crap out of my mother, because sometimes she will say this and that. And I say, okay. Or me say, so why you tell me that? Because I try my very best not to worry about certain things, because I believe that anytime certain things happen in your life, it's because God want to create something better for you. Me not afraid for talk me stories. You, for my regular like the greatest and others, you must understand that from now. And I remember I shared it recently on Facebook. I remembered in 2020, I was married. I thought it was a good marriage, even though people always tell me, say, the man, they no good and everything. My family, them never really like him because them did say he was a user and so forth. But when you're young and you're in love and your first love, you're fool. So that was it. And I remember he went overseas, and people may tell you, oh, this entire thing was funny. When he was going overseas, it was like he was packing, and the stuff we were packing, in packing birth cert, in packing certificates, in pack a whole heap of stuff, And I was like, so why are you going with all of these stuff if you're gonna come back in a trip? I say, you don't need to walk with them something here. That was what I was saying to this gentleman. And him say, yeah, I'm gonna walk with them because him don't know if the job that he was going up in, if it a go work out, and just in case he might need another job, him have them so him can get the job. I said, okay then. People, lo and behold, the man did a plan. So when him go overseas, him now come back to Jamaica, him did a go run off. And this gentleman, he went overseas, he work and everything. Like for the first month in overseas, him a work. Money come a Jamaica. After a while, you hear rent have to pay, excuses and so forth. I remember it reached at a point where when I called at night, I couldn't get this man on the phone. When I called him, it was always excuse. So I would talk to him in the morning. When I talked to him, it was like he was always in the street, walking to work or at work. I can never see him when he's at home. So I don't think nothing of it. I just leave it at that, because he said when he reach home at the night, I'm tired, so I go straight to in bed. So I say, okay, fine. I leave it at that. There was this Sunday, I got a picture, and he was well dressed, well put together. And he said that he was going to church. So I was like, okay, you look good because him dress up in a suit and thing, shirt, white shirt, tie, look good and everything. I say, okay, you look good, and so forth. And him say, yes, he's going to church. Lo and behold, maybe about 2 months after or so, I found out that when he said that he was going to church in that outfit, it wasn't church, he was getting married. So, let me reach too far, let me go back. So, what happened is him show the picture, him a go church, him father and so forth. And me say, all right, him a go church that good because the man a go church, him and the overseas and he still I believe God and so forth because when he was in Jamaica, he was a Christian. I was like, that good. I remember one day a call and there was this female in the background. When we were talking, I realized the argument changed, the discussion, and he started to say, oh, mommy I do, and he start talk about him mother. And I was like, so him just change the conversation like that and start discussing mother. At the end of the conversation, this gentleman was, all right, sis, me I go call you. I was like, what the heck? I when me become sis? So I was wondering if it was somebody else in the background, because all of a sudden you become sis. I was like, what the heck? Ignore it and everything. Then I asked, oh, no, man, no, I never you. Sure, man, slick, He's one of those Jamaican slick. I say, all right then. Eventually, something happened with him and his dad over there. And it seemed like the dad was not in agreement with what he was doing. So the dad started to spill certain things to his sister, who was a friend of mine. And the sister started to tell me everything that was going on. The fact of the matter is, this gentleman, he went overseas. When he took up the documents, it seemed like he filed some document over there in the court to say that he can't find his wife, a Jamaican of everything. So I don't remember what them call it. That's what he did and got married over there. While in Jamaica, him have him wife right here. So I say, okay, and everything. You see, at first, when that entire thing happened, it was a big deal. It was shocking. Remember, you're going through this pandemic. We had a business, we lost the business, everything. You're going through the pandemic, everything was just falling apart, literally. And I was like, what is happening? Because I just could not understand how everything could change in less than 6 months like that. And I was just worried. I realized that I'm never fat, I'm always skinny, and I realized I start lose weight. I say, what go on? I start get sick. I go doctor. And the doctor said, I did whole heap of tests, and the doctor said, nothing wrong with you. I stress you, I got through. And I remember the one evening I reached home from work, because I was supposed to do something at work, and I couldn't do it. It just messy. The thing they turned out into a total mess. My boss had to do it over and everything, and was asking me, what is wrong with you? How you do that? And I was like, I don't know. When really and truly I knew what was happening. So I reached home the evening and I was looking in the mirror. And I said, say me a mad woman. This man is overseas, married, with his wife and everything. Me out here, I sick, get sick, with stress and everything, and I stress out over the little situation. And I was looking back, and I said, you know what? No, I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. And I try my best to just build back myself. I started to do some little extra hours at work because I wanted the money to help with the bills, because remember, you had a house, everything, and it's not a small house. It was a huge house. It's a huge house and everything with a huge mortgage. We need the money because now I'm alone responsible for it. So I start the extra hours at work, throw myself in, literally throw myself in and so forth. It was online at some point, and I just do what I'm supposed to do. I remember some time ago, someone asked me to do something for them because they had this person that they wanted to talk to, and the person said they don't know how they're going to reach the person. When I started talking to the lady, I realized that the lady was like blocked. you couldn't reach her. And I was wondering why. So I started asking her some questions. How is things at home? How is this? How is your husband? And when I touched there, I realized that she'll instantly break down and she started to explain to me what was happening with her. And then I tell her my story. And when I started to talk to her and she was looking at me and she was like, "And you're sitting here now and everything is," I said, "Yeah, everything is fine. Everything is fine." I said, "I'm telling you this because just understand that the same thing that happened to me, it happened to you. We are two women, and I can tell you, we are not alone. If you're supposed to go and do research, you will find that there are 1,000 more females out there who went through a similar situation." And you see, when I look back, people, between 2020 to present, I can say thanks be to God. And the reason why I can say thanks be to God, because the life that I was living in 20, I met him when 2005 and straight up to 2019. When I look back, and I see how I used to waste money because from, how should I put it? I always kind of alrightish. And when me look back and me say how me used to waste money, literally waste money. Just take up money and just waste. Me used to just throw down money and this man used to just take up the money and do what he want and do and everything. No question, nothing. I mean, I no argument with nobody. Me just leave it at that. And you see, when I look back now, and look at what is happening now, I have to say thank God. Because what I realized that he did, he saw that the home that I was trying to build right there, it wasn't going to work. He realized that that foundation, that structure, it had to be destroyed because if it wasn't, something would have happened. Either blood pressure, bankruptcy, or something would have happened. So what he did, him destroy it totally, remove it, because he said that, guess what, this is not the plan that I have for your life. I believe that you can achieve something much better. There is more out there for you. You deserve whole heap more. So him basically remove it. Yes, at one point you hurt over the entire situation when you're going through it and so forth, you feel hurt because you just suffer a loss. But at least at the end of the day, when you sit and you look back, you have to say thanks be to God, because you realize that you were heading into a direction that is not healthy. It's not stable. Nobody not supposed to function under those situations where you find all sort of items in a man car and everything, and no, no wife not supposed to go through those situations. So I am telling you all this for the few person that I have here. I'm saying this to you because you have to understand that sometime when God want to take you to that place, him have to remove the block that was there. Him have to destroy that structure. And it was the same thing that he did for Mr. Gabby. He realized that that structure that gentleman had, it was dilapidated, it was below over, maybe Chichi did a near me down, maybe some is it then didn't want to change when rainfall it a leak, maybe when he walking 18 foot or going at the ground or something. So he realized that, guess what? No, it is time for you to get an update, a upgrade, not even an update, but a upgrade. And what he did, he caused fire to destroy that house. Zazan now coming in and building it back, using his platform, reaching out to the donors so they can build it back for this gentleman so he can live comfortable. And it is the same thing. So no matter what you're going through today, just understand you might not see the outcome, but just hold on, just have the faith and know that something better is waiting for you. And I'm not joking. I remember the job that I was doing back then. It was a very good job. But when I left that job, I went into another job that was far better than the one that I was in. When I said far better, I mean far, far better. And when I look at everything now that is happening in my life, I have to say, thank God. It is far better than what I had before. And maybe if I was still in that situation, I wouldn't be living the life that I'm living now. I'm being honest, I wouldn't. You know, sometimes when you're in situation and when you get out, it's like a weight lifted off your shoulder, literally. I remember when I came to my senses, that's how I felt. It was like a weight lifted off. You know, when you feel free, the burden, you're not carrying it anymore. I have a girlfriend, oh Lord, my girl literally rejoice. When me say she rejoice, me mean she rejoice. When she heard, she called me and she said, achoo, achoo. I said, yes. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. I was like, so where you thank you, Jesus, so far? Me mean she come, she hugged me up, she jumped. I'm like, oh, what the girl you do? Because I was saying to myself, she all right? And she was just there and she was like, thank you, Jesus, thank you, Jesus. My mother said she went to her bed nights after night and she prayed and asked God, how long am I going to be in that situation? You know, when you hear the lady say she pray, she pray, she pray for me to get out of that situation. I have an uncle. When the uncle say, you know, from when, and I'm not joking. The situation was like that. So you see, sometimes you are in a situation, you know, and you think that everything is fine, and it's not fine. You think that you're comfortable. That is what God wants for you. You don't see what is happening, but everybody around you, they are looking and they understand that, guess what? There's better out there for you. You can do much, much better. And you don't see it. Sometimes you are the last person that's supposed to see it. When I said the last, I mean the last. I remember this guy, and the how I know about it is because we are very close. And he was basically asking at one point, him ever broke. When me say the boy ever broke, me mean he ever broke. And we used to wonder how he mean that a good job and he ever broke so. You hear me say, him a go here so like he must say, me I go stop a surgery core. And normally, you know, when you go pull money from your investment, it's always emergency. It's not like little pla pla something an emergency because that is your emergency go to fund. And when you hear, you know, we wonder, what am I do? Because him a working good money and everything. Lo and behold, we found out that he was with this girl. And basically, all the girl was doing, you know, when time we Jamaicans say, the man near me out dry, that was what was happening. The girl did a drain him. Fine, literally. When we said drain him, I mean drain him. This is one guy when he normally look all right when he put himself together. You see him get money. He not even buy clothes because he just in love with this girl. He just a giddy girl. And everyone realized that really and truly she was just out for the dough. And the girl left the boy high and dry. Just get up and just left him so. And when we hear, we all were wondering, really what happened? What happened? But looking back, it's another thank you, Jesus, because they realized that the person was heading into a direction that was not healthy for them. And if they continued, they would be unhappy. They would be. So just understand that no matter your situation that you're going in, when you realize that you lose your house, whether it be for fire or something, just understand that better is out there. When you look at this gentleman's story, I don't know if I'm the only one that sat and look at it from this angle. This gentleman is house burnt down on Saturday. You see, it was Saturday I saw the video. I'm not even sure if I did Saturday, but it was Saturday when I saw the video. His house burned down Saturday. Yesterday he came out and he was asking. Today, foundation, material drop on site. Cement, stone, drop on site already. And you see, when you look at that, you know, maybe this gentleman is standing in a corner and he's looking at everything and he is saying to himself, mighty God, how is this possible? Because him might never see it. Maybe Saturday night he was sitting down with an headache, wondering where am I going to live, or am I going to eat, where am I going to sleep? Maybe yesterday when he looked and He think about the fact that last week he had his house. He could cook him like a Sunday dinner, whether it be white rice and tin mackerel, dumpling and butter, or rice and peas and chicken or something. He could have cooked his dinner in his house or pan in like a coal stove. And when he look now this week, he realize him not have anything. He don't have anywhere to cook it. When you look at all of that, you don't know. You don't know the plan where God have in store. And this gentleman, him never know the plan where God have in store for him. When him lose him house, him never know that it is going to take him 2 days for another structure to go up. 2 days for foundation to start, Lee. 2 days. Him never think about that. And when you see all of that, it just goes to show that anytime we as human beings going through certain things, we're not supposed to lose faith. Just hold on that small. They said faith can move mountain. And I'm a lie, it can. So anytime you go through any little thing, any doubt, any worry, just hold on and just know that something better is going to happen. Last week, between Friday, I am doing some work at my house, and it was like one bag of mix up and confusion. When we say one bag of mix up, I was on the phone with this contractor, that a person are telling me this, that a person. It was just pure confusion that was going on. And me just kiss my teeth Saturday. Me say, you know what? Them do what them want do. Me no business. And me just leave it at that. This gentleman, he came, and people, it's like one person told me that it's going to cost $20. This gentleman came, he looked at it, and he did what he had to do. And guess how much me pay this one? $2. Me not joke. That is the huge difference. And when I was speaking to the first contractor, and the person was telling me how much it was going to cost, I remember I reached out, let me refer to him as Mr. Sar. I reached out to Mr. Sar and I was saying it to him and everything, and he was like, no, that dear. And I said, dear, because me don't know nothing about building. And he said, yeah, that dear. Call her and ask her if she can do better. Me send him the number. So he phoned her and he asked, and basically she said that's the best she could do. She not take off anything. You see, when this gentleman, he came and he looked at it and everything, it is basically the same thing, that the lady was going to do, This gentleman came and he did the same thing. Him and fee workman them, and him cost me $2 when the lady did that cost me $20. So right now, me have some money put aside and me just make it tande. Literally, me just make it tande. And when I looked at it, what this gentleman came, he did in doing work and everything, it fine. Me not have no problem. It done. The work done. It all work like how it's supposed to work. Everything look like how it's supposed to look. And I'm sitting and I'm looking and I was like, look how me did I stress out myself. Look how me I stress out myself, because you see people are advertise, so them have this, them have that. You say, I want the professional for work for me thing. You see, when you get the professional them for work, you better know so you gotta pay the professional money. You see, when you get that little man, when you have to do the work and everything, enough to go through 10 different person, because this lady, remember, I know she come and work, our workman them. So so she have to get fair cut and she have to pay the man them. Well, this guy now, he came, he was in it, in the dirt, mix where him have to mix, do everything where him have to do, him and in two guys them. So each one get their money and good to go. And when I look back, I was like, so what did I stress out myself for? It never needed. And that is what we as human beings tend to do. Anytime we encounter any little obstacle, any little problems, the first thing that a lot of us tend to do is to start think about it, so we can have the headaches, we can have the blood pressure go up and everything. That is the first thing that comes to mind, not realizing that all you're supposed to do is just trust and believe and know that God is going to work it out. He's going to work it out. Oh, hi Kirk. Good night. Good night. Hi Kadad. Good night. How you doing, Kirk? I'm so happy that you're on here tonight. Right. So just trust and believe. Just know that He is going to work it out. And I know that Mr. Gabby, that's the name of the gentleman who lost his house. He never know. He never know, say this week he would be getting a new house. He never know that. He maybe doubt God in the process. So you see, sometimes the next thing that I realize that will happen to us is God will bring people in our life. Sometimes when He bring them, we question, why is this person around us? Why this person talking to us? What this person want with we? Guys, as you come, please hit the like button for me, please. Please hit the like button. And sometimes you wonder, what they want? What am I doing in your life? Guess what? They are the same individual that God bring in your life because He knows that you're going to encounter some problem, some roadblock down the road. And guess who's going to have to clear it for you or help you to jump over it? That same person. So you see, sometimes when you have certain people in your corner, you wonder, just leave it up to time. Because you see, with time, everything will reveal itself. You see, if that person is not someone with good intention, it's all going to come to light. You're going to figure it out. And that's why when I say certain things, I say, wanna leave it alone, especially with this gentleman on social media. Because people have a lot to say about him. And I always say, leave it alone. Because you see, we are not going out there to do it. He decide that he might go take up that a big burden upon him head and carry it. Oh, God is good always. Exactly, Kirk. So let him carry it. Let him do what he has to do. At least at the end of the day, people are getting their house, people getting their grocery, people getting their medication, and so forth. You're not going out there to seek the help for these individuals. Someone else take it up and doing it. So all you have to do, you either pray for them, give them the support that they need. You see, if they're doing it with the wrong intention, God is going to show it up. God is going to let everything come to light. So just relax and take it easy. Just relax and take it easy. And I said it before, when I look back and I think about 2020, 2021, 2022, my office said, thanks be to God. And I'm not joking. People who know me, I know that a lot of person, they say a different K when they talk to me, and especially those who know me like from early 2000, they realize that it's a different person. Because you see, sometimes when you go through your struggles, it's supposed to knock you down, it's supposed to cripple you. And you see, when you can come out stronger than before, not only does it make you physically stronger, but mentally also. You will go through certain things and it no move you. People will try to do you certain things, you just look upon them and you're like, all right then. And them might wonder, okay, why should just I take it so like a daisical like hey, me no business. Them might look and say, but you not kid. No, because you know what it is to go to your bed without dinner. You know what it is to be hiding from landlord. You know what it is not to have any money to go to work. You know what it is to have your children looking at you and crying that they want food, they're hungry. And all you can give them is some sugar and water or a juice, Kisco or something. That's all you can give them. You understand the struggles. You know what it is like. So you see, because you know exactly what you have been through, don't let nobody judge you wrong. Yes, they're going to look and they're going to say certain things, but no matter what, no matter make all them and look by you, what they're saying, determine your future. Don't let it get you down, because at least at the end of the day, you know the past that you had. You know where you're coming from to where you are at. You see, with me now, you see, when me look back, may I tell you the honest truth. People might look, that's why me hear people talk certain things, me just laugh, You see, man, they can't move me. I'm not joking. Before, them used to, if I'm with someone and the person does something, it would have get to me. Hey, no, me just kiss my teeth and that's it. Just kiss my teeth. Life goes on. I saw me view things nowadays. Literally. And you see, when you're someone and Yeah, come from the days them when you just have $1,000 or $500. If you go take a taxi, you take a taxi and go a point A, and then when you reach a point A, you have to look $200 for borrow, for go back at your yard. You see, when you have those days and you can sit now and you can look, you don't have to worry. You have your gas money. Your car having gas, and if you're supposed to run, you can go on one pump and you can go put in more. You can full back your tank all 3 times without the bank account go dry. You have to give God thanks when you have those situations. Oh, music. People don't play music somewhere. I want to dance or some party now. But people, please don't let anyone, nobody at all, upset you whenever you achieve what you want to achieve. When you go through your struggle and you hear people that tell you say you're bossy, you're this and everything, don't make it upset you. Just look upon them and smile and just move on. Dance if you have to dance, because you're the one that know the pain that you've been through. You're the one that know the struggles. You see, I learned something in life. Back in the days, I used to go to church almost every Sabbath. I used to go to church literally. Me go to church Saturday every day. Sometimes for the whole day, me there at church. Me not joke. And you see, when I used to go to church like that, I just used to go to church. I'm being honest. I used to just go to church because I grew up in the church and I'm a church girl. So I just used to go to church for going to church. See it. You see what I went through in 2020, 2021, and so forth. You see what I realize now? I hardly go to church. I'm being honest. I hardly go to church. But you see, my faith, it have never been stronger than how it is now. And when I said I hardly go to church, I hardly go to church. And me have my Bible in my bathroom, on my bathroom stand, because I am someone, people when they go in the bathroom, if you sit, some people go and then we go take up newspaper, then we go on them phone and everything. When me go, my Bible they right there, so me dry it and me just open and me read. I have this thing sometime anywhere it open, that's where I'm going to read. I remember the other day I take it up and it I tell about this person bizarre. I'm like, me don't want to read this. Me just put it down. Because some words in there, when me realize all me I try to pronounce some of them and me can't. Me say, all right, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. Kirk said, why you stop? Why you stop going to church? I move and how should I put it? The church that I used to attend it with my ex-husband. So because of that, I stopped going. So, Kirk, you're a Christian. You seem like you're a Christian based on that question. But one thing though, even though I'm not going, the faith is there. It is stronger than before, as I said before. I pray. So you sit on your throne. My throne, I pray and I read my Bible. Just the same. I have my days, I will turn on and I will listen to my gospel music and so forth. Just the same. But people, uno no make because the struggle, the problem una go through. Nobody thinks say next week una go through it. As me said before, when you look on Mr. Gabby situation, I am not sure if I'm the only one that sit and look at this gentleman's story this evening and analyze it, critique it from this aspect, this perspective. Meaning, I look at it to say that this gentleman lost his house 2 days ago, and today he's getting a new foundation. Material was dropped to build back him house. So tomorrow, maybe when you look, you're gonna see black layer and everything. I don't know if I'm the only one that sat and look at it like that and look at life and say it is the same thing for us in our life. You see, some man, they will be in a relationship for years with this woman, and they believe that this woman is the woman that I'm going to marry. This woman, me and her have put me together. We are going to spend the rest of our life together. And something will happen. the woman go left them. They might look, and then start fret pan it. They might lose weight, then start think about everything and start cuss the female, not realizing that with that, God is letting you know that, guess what? That is not the person that you're supposed to be with. That is not the person who are created for you. Because you see, anytime you're in certain relationship, you're in certain position, and you realize that it's not working out, it is not working out because that God don't want you to be in that situation. So if you're in a job and it's not working out, why you have to be in there. I remember when I was going through everything right here, I left my very good job and I went and I go and work with a company, because of the money. The money did sweet. I was getting close to $700,000 Jamaican per month. Me not joke. That was the salary. When you look on it, when would I get now? That was the salary. At the time, it was, I remember 1 month me get pay. I mean, not even know what to do with it. I'm not joking. And yes, one time, we did it, and everything, Yes, the pay is sweet. Was the environment sweet? No. Was the working condition good? No. Because you're working in this environment where everybody, it's just competitive. Everybody is just la 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 la. Then just want to make money because at the end of the month they want an incentive, they want to get them bonus, they want to do this. So you realize that people cut people throat. People are doing certain things when they're not supposed to do. And all of them something there, And you see, when you know as a person and you realize that you're in that situation, because I remember before I used to say, I always used to say to my mother that I need a job where I can make over 500,000 per month. That is 500 Jamaican per month. That's what I used to say to her. Me used to say, anytime we get that job, everything will be fine with us. We'll be able to pay the bills with ease. We now have no problem to worry about. And you see, when I finally got the job that I prayed for, I realized that it wasn't the job that I wanted, because I believe if you're going to work in an organization, that organization culture should be conducive. It should be conducive to your health, meaning everything's supposed to be all right. The environment's supposed to be friendly. You're supposed to be working somewhere where you can grow professionally and they can encourage you. You're not supposed to be working somewhere where people want you to do some bandolo things. No. You're not supposed to be working in any situation where you realize that people want you to put your integrity to test. No. No matter how good the money is. That's how it goes. You're not supposed to do it. And I remember when I left that job, everybody I look at them and say, you're mad. I'm like, no, I'm not mad. I mean, they must say I'm mad. My mother was like, before you sit down and bear it out. I mean, when I used to reach work, I'm a reach work, I see 9 o'clock, all right. Me look, 9:30, all right. 10:30, all right. 11. I mean, sometimes I look on the clock. I say, but wait, it no reach no further because I will look like 10 times and it still now go fast enough. That was how hostile the environment was. You just reach work and you just count down for the time when you have to leave work. That was how bad it was. So you see, when you're in a them something there, no. Sometimes you pray for something, and God give it to you, And you see, when He give it to you, He give it to you because He wants you to see that, yeah, you asked me for this, but I'm going to let you know that this is what you asked for and it is not good for you. It is not the best thing for you. So sometimes because you want it, Him give it to you for, whether it be, just simply put it for a short period. Him give it to you for the short period because He knows that you are going to, in the end, turn out to be unhappy in that situation. You're not going to like it. And that is what you always pray for. And it is the same thing with relationships. Sometimes you're in a relationship because you say you want a man. So you pray for God to give you a man. And when you finally get the man in and you're in the relationship and you think so you're going to be happy, you realize that you're living in misery. The man miserable. The man tight. He mean. When he come on to the sack, the man not have no use. So you realize a man in time when you figure out work, you wake up miserable than anything. When you figure to the market and you ask no money. And why? Him give you? Because that's what you ask for. So you know in the situation, you realize that having someone is not the way out. It's not always the best thing, especially being with the wrong person. So you realize now, so you wouldn't mind going back to being single because only for females, when you're in a situation like that, you look and say, might as well maybe continue being single if I'm going to continue providing for myself, if I'm going to continue doing everything just the same, might as well maybe single. So just understand that sometimes he answers our prayer just for us to know that what you pray for is not always the plan that I have for you, is not always the best thing. Sometimes you pray for something and you not get it, and you wonder why him not answer, because him have something better in store for you. That's good, sister. Worship anywhere you are. Exactly. That's what I say. That's the same thing, Kirk. So I would encourage anyone here tonight, just go over on Facebook, type in Uncle Zazan, and you will see what I'm talking about with this gentleman house. Oh, it was blazing on Saturday because he took a video of it, and how foundation material dropped today. So you will understand the reason why I'm talking about it. Maybe you won't look at it like how I'm looking at it, deep. Maybe you won't, but as I said before, I'm an overthinker. I think it was last night I said that. I will look at a situation and I overthink it. Maybe roll it and just start tear it apart. When some people will just see it and just, will look at me, go deep. We overanalyze stuff a lot. That's what I tend to do sometimes. So just go over there. You can check it out and everything. If you can donate to him so he can complete this gentleman structure, you do that. Because what he's doing is a good thing. And you see, sometimes people just understand that God will use people in various ways. Sometimes you might not be in agreement with the person that he's using, but guess what? He have to use the vessel that is available at the time. Sometimes when you look, well, heap of people out there that he could use, but are they available to be used? No. Do they want to be used? No. So because of that, the simple put it, in grab this person that is willing, and that is what he's doing. So please support. If you can hop on over and look at it. Now, I was speaking to this person, my friend them got talk because when our friend go on one date weekend and she a cuss because she said the date are the cheapest date she ever go on. She and this person went out and she said she was expecting that they were going to go for dinner or somewhere nice. She said the person took her to Devon House, then buy patty Saturday and ice cream. And she said she vexed because she put on her Britney and she put on this and I expect she go somewhere nice. I said, but you went somewhere nice. She said, no. Me did never want to go there, so me go there so every time I with my pitney. So I was there and I asked her, in spite of the money, the low budget date that you went on, how was it? She said she not even know because the entire hours that she was there, she just had cuss in her mind. I say, look, we shot the boy carry me. That was what she was saying. She just had think and she said, look, oh, he could have carried me to Fromage. Look how he could have carried me to. So, and she said she was just thinking, look where he carried me, Devon House, Devon House, Devon House. I was like, seriously? Me said, so you try if you know the person. She said, she not even gonna bother trying, because clearly nothing can go happen between them. And you see, when I was thinking, you see, sometimes people, well, if us female, that is what we do. That is what happened. She's not the only one. Wally with our expectation, we expect too much, it's too high. We want to go on fancy date every time. We want fancy this and we want that. We don't remember that going to have ice cream, eat one little patty or eat one pastry, sit down on a blanket and relax and chat. That is even fun also. But nowadays, everybody are focused on the material stuff, and that is what they want. They don't want to do other things. And when me did then me look on her, me say, but me see my shit. Me say, but he look nice. She say, he look nice at everything, but she thinking cheap. And I was saying, me say, so suppose that test him a test you. Because him in our nice possession. Me say, suppose that test him a test you. Suppose it just did want to say, oh, you have to react to the she no business. I was like, okay then. Okay. And that is what a whole heap we do. We end up into situation, and when we're in a situation, because it's not to our pleasing, we not like it. We make it rob we our next blessing we're supposed to come. Because you can never tell what is in store. And that's why I always say to people, say, anything you do, go with an open mind. Don't expect anything. You say, if somebody invite you out, you just go. Put on your clothes, make sure say you turn good. You know, if you wear your name brands and all of that, just go and just expect to have fun. Don't expect anything else. If any little thing, just do that. Relationship, the struggles you're going through, just expect the unexpected. Don't go with this grand plan in your head, because you see, when that no work out, at the end of the day, you're going to feel disappointed. You're going to feel like you're missing out on something. So don't do that. People, please bear in mind that the struggles that you're going through, it is just for a moment. You see, as I said at the beginning, I'm going to repeat it. Sometime God wants to open doors for us. And because He understands that the only way those doors can be opened is when He destroys the foundation that you have. So whether it be a house, whether it be the job, a relationship, He will destroy that foundation, that structure totally, so He can build what He wants to give you. He can give it to you, the new structure, give you that foundation. So anytime you realize that it's not going the way you want, just sit and look and just give God thanks, because guess what? A door is going to open for you. And when that door open, you're going to be happy. You're going to look back and you're going to say, thank you, Jesus, for taking me through. Because you see, at times, if it wasn't for Him, a lot of us wouldn't be here. So, guys, thank you so much for joining. As I said before, I wasn't going to stay long because I have work tomorrow. So, thank you so much for joining. Please have a wonderful night. And I hope tomorrow you'll all have a wonderful day. Society kill the unicorn. Okay, then. Good night. What a name. Thank you, guys, for joining. Please hit the like button for me, guys. Good night.